Hey everyone, Mrs. McBain here. Today we're going to be working on writing expressions in which letters stand for numbers. This is part 2. All right, and so let's go ahead and jump right in and take a look at what we are working with today. So our first problem here says 3 less than the quantity of 5 times x. So remember, anytime we see a number next to a letter, that means multiply. So let's go ahead and start with that. So we'll have 5 times x, and then we need to subtract 3. All right, so that is our quantity of 5 times x right here. 5 times x, and then 3 less, so minus 3. All right, let's look at number 2. Number 2 says 4 times the sum of b and 12. 4 times the sum of b and 12. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our 4. And because we need to multiply that 4 by the sum of b and 12, we're going to go ahead and use a parenthesis so we know to find out what that sum is first. So b plus 12, and then we end it with the parenthesis. Okay, so there we have our 4 times, oh, sorry about that. We have our 4 times, so that's right here with this 4 right outside the parenthesis, the sum of b and 12, and that's right there inside of it. All right, next problem. It says the square of y reduced by 32. The square of y reduced by 32. Okay, well, do you remember what a square looks like when we're talking about a square root? Well, let's go ahead and take a look and see how we can do that. All right, so remember, when we're looking at things, we might see something that says square or cubed. When we are talking about square, we are talking about to the power of 2, to the power of 2. So the square of y, now it's not going to allow me to put a little 2 up above, but I can draw it in there with our pen. So forgive me, the 2 is not going to look super pretty. So there's our square of y. And then we need to reduce that by 32. So we're reducing that by 32. So y squared minus 32. Now, if that happened to have said cubed, it would look a little different. So let me show you just so that you know the difference. So there would be our y. And if it were cubed, instead of the 2, it would have a 3. And remember, when we're working with exponents, that doesn't mean y times 3. That means y times y times y, not y times 3. Okay? All right, let's take a look and see what we've got next. Let me just clean this up a little bit. All right, so let's see. So our next set looks like we've just got 2 problems here. And the first one says the quotient when the quantity of 15 plus m is divided by 6. That sounds complicated, but I bet it's not. So the quotient of 15 plus m is divided by 6. So let's go ahead and see how we could do that. So I think there's 2 ways. I'll use this simple one. So let's go ahead and start with adding the 15 plus m. So we're going to say 15 plus m, and see I'm using the parenthesis there because we need to solve that first. And then once we have that, then we can go ahead and divide it. So let me grab my little division symbol from up there. So we have 15 plus m divided by 6. Now, of course, there is another way that we could write that. So let me go ahead and show that to you as well. So that is 15 plus m divided by 6, or we could say 15 plus m. And then we would go ahead and, so it won't let me use the line, but hold on one second. We'll put it in here, divided by 6. So it would look like that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our next problem. All right, and it says Marissa earned Y in tips and Nate earned T in tips. They combined their tips and then split them equally. Okay, so let's take a look and see how we could do that. So again, I think there's 2 separate ways we could do it. Let's show the simple one first. So we are going to say, let's see, y, and don't forget your parenthesis because we need to solve that first. So y plus t, and then divided by, let me grab my division symbol, and then divided by 2, because we're going to divide it equally between 2 people. So there's our y plus t divided by 2. All right, well, I hope that you have a wonderful day. If there are any questions, please make sure to leave them in the comments. And there is a free Teachers Pay Teachers worksheet in the comments as well. Have a great day.